Okay, fight fans and fight fiends, welcome back to Manny's Thoughts. I, of course, Manny MTL or Manny Montreal. Make sure to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and obviously, thefightcity.com. As usual, I'll give you guys my thoughts on what's going down in the world of combat sports. Let's get started. Okay, so usually I start the show off with congratulations. I don't have too many to give out. There was two really great UFCs that went down. Some fantastic wars if you guys missed out. I want to give a special congratulations to Chad Laprise, who beat an undefeated kid. A lot of people were writing off Chad in this fight, and it was a superb fight on his part. Congratulations, Chad Laprise. Now, as far as what's going on in and around the Fight City, well, it looks like the bell has rung for Beterbiev. The IBF has now pulled out of the #1 contender fight, stating that not enough has been done to make the fight happen. Now, on Beterbiev's side, I guess, he's been working out and stayed in shape, and so's Koenig. Koenig never received a contract, and Beterbiev signed a contract, but, without a venue or a promoter, it's very complicated stuff. What's kind of weird here is that him not being the mandatory #1 and the two other guys that could basically step into that spot are basically in the World Series of Boxing tournament going on right now. By the way, that is some crazy stuff. We're going to get to that in a second. But as for Beterbiev, it's not looking very good. And I kept thinking whether financially he's doing well. Well, here's the thing. Uncle Al didn't come to save the day for Beterbiev. Now, he's still signed to Al Heyman, although he's suing Yvon Michel, and he hasn't made any moves like he's looking for a new promoter, so I don't know what to tell you guys about this. Hopefully it solves itself or something gets moving and we get some sort of movement on this. Now, as far as that big series going on, it's the World Boxing Super Series, basically 16 guys, $50 million in purse to win. They got a beautiful Muhammad Ali trophy at the end of the whole thing. They really got some top-notch talent in there. Most of the guys have over 20 fights, and for the most part are undefeated. There are some names. We'll get to that in a second, but the last remaining spot is going to be fought for this weekend. We're looking at super middleweights and cruiserweights, 16 guys. It's just some really good stuff for boxing. But like I said, that kind of affects Beterbiev because, for example, Eric Skoglund was right after Beterbiev, but now he's in this series, so I don't know what's going to happen. Now, in this series, there's a bunch of guys with belts too, and all those belts are going to be in play. So it's a very interesting thing. Please check out my Instagram and Twitter. I've been talking about it. And don't hesitate to look into it. I'm very happy this is happening in boxing. And I got to do more research on it, but it's really, really cool. Now, as far as what else is going on in the Fight City, well, the Mayweather-McGregor thing is on. The press conference, the first one was actually today while I'm filming. And the second one's going to be in Toronto tomorrow, so hopefully you're watching this and it's already happened. I'm not exactly sure on the timing of when my show comes out this week, but Mayweather-McGregor, they're going everywhere. They're going to Toronto, they're going to New York, they're going to England. The only thing I can kind of tell you off the top right now is I did find it funny when McGregor mentioned that Mayweather's Rolls Royce is a 2012. I did find it interesting that they're using 10-ounce gloves and that Mayweather has stipulated no horsehair or Mexican gloves. The only other interesting tidbit is that I found that the crowd was very pro-McGregor, and I think that's what we're going to find everywhere. Mayweather did this Macho Man savage kind of walking off the camera and then back onto the mic. Like as if he was done, but then he wasn't done. There was kind of a James Brown kind of feel to it. They made McGregor go up first, so McGregor is usually good at shutting guys down, and, they kept cutting his mic and stuff, and then even my live feed, they tried censoring it, and it wasn't working, so, the the news with the IRS, with Mayweather still owing $100 million. Now, at that press conference, he showed a check for $100 million he hasn't cashed yet. But I mean, from 2015, 3 years have passed. I know about not doing your taxes, and well, here's hoping it works out for Floyd. I am not a fan, but I hope he doesn't get screwed. Now, as far as the fight's concerned, I mean, I'm gonna make my own little special Mayweather-McGregor video to give you all my thoughts on the fight itself, so please tune into that and keep checking out my page for updates on that. It will be before the fight. I don't know when I'm gonna do it. I just gotta sit down and spew everything I got boiling in my head. Now, as far as what we got to watch this weekend, and it's also my last bit of Fight City news. Going down Friday night at Madison Square Garden, we got Glory Kickboxing. Now, ordinarily, I would just tell you about it, tell you what time it's on, and to watch it. However, making his debut at Madison Square Garden, none other than the Fight City's own Jonathan DeBella. I call him the future of fighting, and if you tune in, you'll find out why. Over 100 people are traveling to New York, spent their hard-earned money to watch this kid kick people in the head at Madison Square Garden. It's a big fight for him. It's his first fight on Glory. I am a little nervous, but the truth is the kid's been ready, and he's been ready for a long time. Natural talent. I'm looking forward to this fight. I'm looking forward to the rest of the world discovering what I already know. Jonathan DeBella is a star, and he's going to shine bright Friday night at Madison Square Garden. Friday night, you also got a Bellator MMA, and you also have a Showtime boxing somewhere. You're going to have to search and stream it. Then going down Saturday afternoon, please tune in for this one, Chris Eubanks Jr. versus Artur Abraham. Artur Abraham steps out of the shell of his country, unprotected, in British waters, folks. He's gone to fight Chris Eubanks outside of his country, and I think that means he's going to lose. Basically, the winner of this fight gets to be entered in as the 8th seed in the super middleweight tournament that I mentioned earlier. So it's going to be a really good fight. I don't want to write off Artur Abraham too quick, but he's been protected for a little while, and I think this is the right fight for Chris Eubanks to make him look good entering into this tournament. As far as the afternoon is concerned, we still got some good fights going on boxing-wise in England, as younger brother Hughie Fury will be fighting a heavyweight fight versus Joseph Park. It's going to be a really good fight. I'm looking forward to that as well. HBO After Dark, we got Burchelt versus Muria. Solid fight. It's going to be a beaut. I'm going to have to record it. Pika is going down at the same time. Live and free, folks. Fox PBC Boxing and the Bella Entertainment bring you Figueroa Guerrero. It's a great night of boxing. It's live and free. You don't need to be paying extra to watch it. Omar Figueroa is 26-0. They call him the Pantera. Robert Guerrero, the Ghost. You know what? Just the weigh-in with his dad will be worth the price of admission. Jose the Sniper Pedraza, that I've mentioned on the show a few times, making his ring return. 4-1. Looking forward to that kid working hard and getting back on the winning track. Marcus Brown versus Sean Monahan. That is a fantastic fight. Arthur Spilska versus Adam Kowanski. I know nothing about Kowanski. I can't even say his name right. But he's 15-0. Arthur Spilska always brings the fight, so it's going to be a great fight. Last but not least, versus Jamal James. My man, Jojo Dan. Jojo Dan basically composed a head, 2 arms, legs, and a heart. Is going to be stepping back in the ring in his proper weight class. I'm looking forward to this fight. Hopefully the fans get a really good one. Jojo Dan, Saturday night, free on PBC. That's it for me this week. If you liked the video, like, share, subscribe. Tell someone else to like, share, subscribe. We got to get this rolling. I've been doing this for 3 years, folks. If you like this face in any particular sense, If there's a reason you're watching this video, you need to share it. That's it for me this week. I'll see you guys next week.